right, thank you much. New at 8 o'clock. Between the pandemic and the stress of the election, there's a lot to keep in mind this holiday season if you choose to get together with the family, whether in person or virtually. We're live with etiquette expert Sharon Schweitzer to help families navigate those strange times. It's good to see you. I think it's really legendary, right? Thanksgiving and Christmas usually means arguing about politics. This year in particular, right?
That is right. It is one of those times when we have those political brawls at the table.
So what do you do about it? I mean, you know, my family, probably like a lot of American families, all ends of the spectrum, all different perspectives. Should you just make a rule, we're not talking about politics, period?
Well, many hosts and hostesses will do that, and they will come prepared with other topics at the table. Things like virtual book clubs, what are you binge watching on Amazon Prime or Netflix? Tell us what's going on in your herb garden, where are you skiing? There's all different types of things you can talk about. And the other thing you can do is come prepared with a strategy for how you're going to handle that guest who insists on talking about politics.
What should that strategy be? You shut them down, let them go off. What do you do?
Well, one of the things you can do is you can enlist a few allies before dinner and make sure you know, number one, what does that rogue guest like to talk about other than politics? Maybe they have a couple of passions, a pet that they love, something recent they've done, maybe their last trip before the pandemic hit. And then you enlist some allies before dinner who are going to help you. And once you try to get the topic to segue and ask them, oh, tell us the fluffy kitten you just adopted. Those allies say, yes, we want to hear all about Fluffy. Tell us, what are you doing? What kind of kitten food?
What's Fluffy going on? What's going on with Fluffy? Okay, I like it. I can dig that. Here's another question for you. You know, you talk about the pandemic this year. That's on a lot of folks' minds, and that's controversial too. Should you avoid topics like, I don't have to wear a mask, or you better be wearing a mask, or all of this is over? I mean, even the issue of the pandemic's become politicized in some ways. What do you do if that one guest comes and they're not wearing a mask?
The best thing the host or hostess can do is set the guidelines and the boundaries early. Let them know that within our local area, this is what we're required to do, and we'd like for you to do that. So BYOM, bring your own mask if that's required in your local area. And this is what we're going to do to make sure everyone is safe. If you're not comfortable with that, we understand, and we hope you enjoy your holiday. Maybe we can contact you by Zoom or FaceTime and wish everyone a happy holiday. But in our home, this is what we have to do for health and safety reasons.
Sure.
And respect your decision if you don't want to do that and you can't join us.
I love it. You know, set the ground rules in advance. It's a good idea. I'm going to give you my Uncle Dave's phone number. If you wouldn't mind calling Uncle Dave and asking about Fluffy the cat, get him on the right track, because it's going to take a lot of work with Uncle Dave.
It's tough. A lot of people really tough, and we just have to remember today is World Kindness Day, and we just have to our very best. It's a tough year, and there just aren't any right answers.
All right. Well, I appreciate the advice. We all do. Stay safe, and a happy holiday to you.
Happy holiday to you and all of your viewers. Thank you.
Even Uncle Dave.
Especially Uncle.
Especially, she said, especially Uncle Dave. Well, beating the holiday shopping crowds. More important than